Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, welcome back. My name is Wildkard. The British and Irish Lions played South Africa A just then, and this is the unofficial fourth test for the British and Irish Lions tour. And for this game, the South Africans fielded 18 World Cup winning players to play the Lions. It's full on, it's game on, and the first blood has been spilled. South Africa gets one on the board, 17 points to 13 over the Lions. Going into this game, there was a couple of changes for the Lions team. Josh Adams was out. Liam Williams stepped in for him. Owen Farrell stepped in for Dan Biggar, who had an ankle injury. The Lions coach, Warren Gallen, will be probably sweating right now as Owen Farrell had a bit of abdominal injury going, like he was supposed to be resting. So he has to step in with a bit of abdominal pain. So yeah, if anything happens to Owen, then he has to put Marcus Smith on the field. Something that he's probably not going to be comfortable with for the test matches. Definitely not going to be comfortable with test matches. The good news is, for all the Irish fans, Johnny Sexton might get caught up. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get the call in the next 48 hours because depends on how bad the injury is on Biggar. There's no way Warren Gatlin's going to be comfortable having Marcus Smith starting a Lions test series. If anything happens to Owen, yeah, there's no way he's going to be comfortable with that. And there's no way he's going to be comfortable even having, I feel like all the prayers for the Irish fans has been answered. Potentially, just waiting. I think Gallen's probably going to make the call soon. We shall see what happens. So just a quick overview of the game. This game was extremely hard hitting. Players were just hammering each other left and right. The defense has been really, really, really good for both teams. Faf de Klerk played extraordinarily well. There were some really interesting strategies I have never seen before. I can't recall seeing before. And Faf de Klerk played an instrumental part of it. The South African loose backs were just amazing. Cheslin Kobe set up a beautiful try. We all pay money to see him running through defense like it doesn't exist. And it did exactly that this game to set up a try. And Sabu Nkosi scores a try for South Africa as well. Just the speed style on the wing. Amazing performance by South Africa for their backs. And the forward packs, both teams were struggling a little bit. The scrums, South Africa struggled a little bit in the scrum. The South Africa don't have Malherbe in the tight head position, which is probably the number one tight head in the world. So with their secondary scrum on the field for South Africa, they really struggled a little bit against the British and Irish Lions. The lineouts were kind of both teams were struggling a little bit in different times. Eben Isbeth has been a pest and disrupted some of the lineouts against the Lions, whereas Itojo played really well in the lineouts as well to disrupt some of the South African lineouts for his own team. So overall, very, very close, very highly contested contest. The British and Irish Lions did not play this game like it's a test series. So there was a lot of opportunities where they could have kicked for goals. They opted for lineouts and opted to attack, and not able to convert that into points. Essentially, the South African defense was too good. So I wouldn't say that this is a definite win for South Africa, because the British and Irish Lions were looking at building their phases a lot of the times and trying to work on their set pieces instead of kick. And so there was a lot of kickable points that was on offer that wasn't taken. So let's have a quickly look at the stats and get a feel of what exactly happened. 2 tries to 1 South Africa. 205 run-ins for South Africa, 292 for the British and Irish Lions. A little bit more hands on the ball for the Lions. 63 carries for South Africa, 128 for the Lions. 5 defenders beaten for South Africa and 27 defenders beaten for the Lions. That's actually quite high for the Lions team. So South Africa will really want to have to work on that. That almost looked like a mistake for me. 2 clean breaks, South Africa, 4 for the Lions. 60 passes, 134 for the Lions. 2 offloads, 7 for the Lions. 7 turnovers conceded for the South Africans. 12 for the Lions. That's something that the Lions really wanted to work a bit better for the Lions. 125 tackles for the South Africans. 27 missed tackles. So they wanted to pick that up a little bit. That's a little bit lower than what you want for an international team. 100 tackles for the Lions. 5 missed tackles. That is spectacular for the Lions. In fact, I have the stats here. There was 4 missed tackles in the first half of the Lions, and they only missed 1 in the second half. They had the ball most of the time in the second half, so they didn't have to make that much defense. But still, that is pretty impressive stats. 7 turnovers conceded on both teams. 46 kicks in hand for South Africa and 41 for the Lions. Conversions has been pretty good for both teams. 1 miss for South Africa from a very long range from the corner. And 1 drop goal attempt that was missed. And on the 56 rucks won, and 104 for the Lions. 3 rucks lost, 8 for the Lions. The breakdown has been a bit of an issue for the Lions, seems like. And there were 7 mauls won for South Africa, 4 for the Lions. Lineouts, this is probably the thing that both teams were giving each other a bit of trouble. 14 lineouts for South Africa, 2 losses. 11 lineouts for the Lions, 1 loss. Scrums, Lions perfect on the scrums. South Africa, 3 scrums, and they lost 1 of their own. And the thing about the scrums as well, what the numbers don't tell you is that when the South Africans when the Lions had their scrums, they were able to force penalties too. So it's not just like that doesn't come out of the stats as scrum lost, because if it's Lions feed and they managed to get a penalty out of that, that doesn't count as that just counts as a win for the Lions. So they had penalty against South Africa as well. The South African tight head really struggled a little bit, and that was something that they really wanted to work on. 15 penalties considered for the Lions, 15 for the South Africans, 12 for the Lions. That is a bit high for both teams. 2 yellow cards for South Africans for really poor discipline. That really, really needs to pick up. Radzi is not going to be happy about that one. Let's go through exactly what happened in the game. Let's go through some highlights for the game. Right from the kickoff, right? Basically, less than a minute. I think this was literally the kickoff game from the kickoff. Liam Williams catches the ball and he gets absolutely smashed off the kickoff, and he got smashed so hard he got driven backwards and he lands on the ground and it looked like he had a whiplash on his neck. He gets up holding his neck. The trainers came on, took him off the field. Less than minutes into the game. Liam Williams, tough as nails, is already off. The physicality of this game is turned up to a 12, right? And it's just right from the start, teams were just smashing each other, absolutely giving each other hell. And right from this, but the South Africans were really on the front foot, really want to make a statement. They were putting a lot of pressure in against the Lions. And they were able to get just outside the Lions' 22-meter line, right? Just building up a pressure. And they had a little nice little break. And just the one of the players gets tackled just outside the 22. The ball comes back out, quick ball. Faf de Klerk is there. He gets the ball. Instead of going for another crash ball or spreading the ball out wide, as the Lions were scrambling back for defense, Faf de Klerk gets the ball. He just chips the ball over the top and forces the ball out the Lions' 5-meter line and forces the Lions to do a 5-meter defensive line out. I have never seen this before. I've seen obviously kicks behind from a 22, but I've never seen it done where your own team is just made a break and you're in the front foot of attack and the opposition scrambling back for defense, and you're in a really good position to potentially just spread the ball out wide and score a try. I was very surprised to see this. Faf de Klerk get the ball and he just kicked it behind for a 5-meter line out for the opposition. But this actually turned out right away for the South Africans. The line out comes in, they steals the line out, gets the ball, and then building a few phases later, it looked like Sabo was out wide, and Nkosi was open out wide. There was a big cutout pass to him. He runs in. He gets pushed out as he goes over the line. Referee had a look. He was just in touch. And then the referee goes, no try. But there was a penalty against the Lions for offside. The South African goes, all right, we've been here for a while. Let's take the points. So 5 minutes in, Monestein gets the first 3 points on the ball for the South African team. And then the pressure kept on building for South Africa. The Lions really struggled. The physicality was really getting into the Lions a little bit. Around 12 minutes into the game, South Africa were able to just be able to smash left and right. Yeah, there was a bit of a massive hard smashing against the Lions. Really good defense from South Africa as well. So 12 minutes in, finally the Lions were able to get inside the South African half, putting on a bit of attack, but they weren't going anywhere. The Lions, the South African defense was pushing up really quickly. So Unofficial gets the ball. He's just around the 22-meter line. He sees the quick rush defense, and there was a space behind. So he tried to go for a crossfield kick behind. But even Isbeth is a freak. He's 2 meters tall, right? When he stretches out, he's about 5 meters long. Okay, so he jumps out and charged down the crossfield kick, and the number 12 from South Africa, I know him, David Delende, recovers the ball. He runs up, draws the defender, passes the ball to Subu Nkosi. Subu Nkosi gets the ball, and he just runs down the sideline, 70 meters. No one was going to catch him. Delende was like running just next to it, near him. He had to kind of like block off one of the defenders from cutting in. He held his line so he wasn't penalty. But yeah, it was just beautifully done for the Springboks, for the South African A, and it looked like a really poor kick by Owen, and it was starting to look like the Sharks game from the weekend, where the Lions were just throwing points away due to their own mistakes. This was one of those. Really, probably, not going to be happy to see that. Gallen was going to be really unhappy to see that. So first try on the board for South Africa, and the Lions still not able to get any points on the ball 15 minutes into the game, right? Around the 20-meter mark, the South Africans were piling on a lot of pressure again onto the Lions, and there was a lot of penalties going back and forward. There was some 2 scrum penalties against the but luckily the Lions really pulled themselves together. So there was 2 scrum penalties against South Africa. So the Lions were able to stabilize with the dominant scrum performance here. 2 scrum penalties within 20 minutes, within about 10-minute period against the Lions. So the Lions says, okay, we're gonna get an opportunity to attack. So the Lions finally piggybacking on these penalties. We're able to get into South African half, putting on some good phases. Eventually, that led into Ibn Isbeth getting caught on the offside position on the ground. So the Lions goes, okay, we've been able to finally get some solid thing in a good position. Let's take 3 and settle the game down. This is 27 minutes into the game. Owen Farrell finally gets the first 3 points on the board for the Lions. After that, the game kind of settles down a little bit more. There was a crossfield kick around the 30-minute mark. Not a cross kick, sorry. It was just like a high ball. Might have been a boss kick to the Lions. Elliot Daly catches the ball inside his own 22. He decides to do a return kick. And this was kind of like a bad return kick. He goes downfield. He ends up right out of the hands of Cheslin Kobe on the side, kind of near the sideline, but not really on the sideline. So he had quite a lot of space to work with. And there was 2 defenders coming up. Jones and Reece Zammit was coming up to tackle Cheslin, but Cheslin had a lot of space to work with. He managed to basically slip between both players and make a break. He beats beats both the outside center and the blindside winger from the Lions team at the same time. Okay, that's how freakish this guy is. He slips through. Elliot Daly is now pooping his pants. He runs up, tries to make tries to like shut off Cheslin Kobe. Cheslin does the offload to Lukam Yuan, who gets the ball on the inside, runs in for South Africa's second try, 31 minutes in. That was really, really poor kick from Elliot Daly. He basically kicked to a spot where his own defense was not there, okay? So that was really poor, and that's the magic that we all wanted to see. I was like, yeah, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but just that kick made it worth it. Anyway, just before halftime, the Lions were able to pile a lot of pressure. 37 minutes, 3 minutes left to go. Pile a lot of pressure. There was a penalty against the South Africans. Lions put it out for a 5-minute lineout. There was not a penalty, so instead of going for lineouts again, the Lions would just decided to go quick taps. So first quick tap, they just pick and go, drive, no try. Penalty again for offside. The Lions again takes a quick tap, and they look like they go over the line, but it was held up. Penalty again, and then the referee, a TMO, comes in for a referral. Faf de Klerk in one of the defensive spot. He goes in, in a kind of like awkward position, and he kind of put a shoulder in one of the players, but he didn't actually hit anybody in the head or anything. He just put a shoulder in, hit someone like in the arm, and then he smacked his own head into the opposition player. And the referee had a go at him as well. Jaco Paper, is how I say his name, was like, yeah, it looked like he smacked his own head. He had he looked like he put a high shot on himself. It looked like it was pretty funny. But then yeah, the TMO goes, steal a shoulder charge, gets yellow carded. So South Africa takes a quick tap on the yellow card, runs in, and they get caught on the breakdown. Ball's not come out. Referee, another penalty for one of the players sealing off the ball, which was Van Staden, the number 6 from South Africa. The referee goes, all right, that's like 5 penalties repeatedly in your 5-meter line. Another yellow card. 2 of your back-to-back yellow cards. And now the clock is getting, it's almost like 40 minutes, almost up. So the British and Irish Lions had one last throw on the dice before halftime to try to score a try. They take another quick tab. Wyn Jones gets the ball. He runs in. He gets tackled, right? And as he's falling down, he has teammates pushing him. He gets on the ground on knees. He reaches out, and then he stretches out to go over the line. And then the referee has a look, and he ruled that double movement, no try. And that was halftime. So the British Irish Lions not able to score despite having given 2 yellow cards, and yeah, being on that 5-meter line for so long and no score try was really, really good effort from the South Africans to hold on to that. They were criticized at halftime to not go for a scrum in that situation when 2 people were in the bin, because you could easily create more space when you do that. But still, yeah, really, really good defense for South Africa. Second half starts. The Lions came out, really want to redeem themselves, and and want to capitalize the fact that South Africa is playing rugby league with 13 players on the field. Right away, they were able to get inside the South African half. There was another penalty, and then they took another quick tap on the penalty. I think it might have been Ken Owens crashed the ball. He got really close, and then Wyn Jones redeems himself. Pick and go this time. He also gets tackled, but he did like almost the identical move. He gets like on his knees, stretches out for the try, but this time he was like really much closer than last time. He got on his knees, but when he stretched out, he's already over the line. So redeems himself for the first try for the Lions. 44 minutes into this, 4 minutes in this second half. Owen Farrell converts that, and that was really, really good effort for South Africa. And there was a bit of argy-bargy a few minutes later. So the teams were pushing each other. So Faf de Klerk was in the bin. So around the 48-minute mark, Faf de Klerk was in the bin, and his time was up. So he ran onto the field and started pushing people. And Kyle Sinclair was just like, "What are you doing on the field? You're yellow carded." And they're just like having a laugh at him. So Faf de Klerk and Sinclair had a laugh a couple times in this game. There was one other time early in the game where Faf de Klerk tried to throw like a quick line out, and Sinclair was just like walking there, like was just like walking back and blocking him and like having a word with him. And Faf de Klerk just like pounded the ball at Sinclair and he like smacked Sinclair in the stomach, and Sinclair just like burst out laughing, and the ref and Faf de Klerk's like, oh, penalty, he's offside, and the referee's like, nah, you did that on purpose, there's no offside, just go for the line out, don't be a smart ass. But yeah, both players just having a laugh at each other throughout the game. And again, Sinclair was just like, what are you doing on the field? You're yellow carded. And then Faf de Klerk's like, my time is up. I'm here, so what are you gonna do about it? It's just been a pest. Quite fun to see. Anyway, 51 minutes in, there was a repeated penalties against South Africans again. The disciplines are falling off. The British and Irish Lions were piling on pressure again. And this was once again inside the kicking range. Owen Farrell slots a second penalty for the British and Irish Lions at 51 minutes to catch up to the score. A little bit more. And after that, I saw the most freakish, one of the most freakish thing like ever. So Watson, can we please check that he's not a cyborg? Because he's not really human. And this is evidence right here. So Watson kind of gets the ball. He goes in, gets tackled. And on the replay, on the slow replay, he clearly showed he rolled his ankle. Clearly he rolled his ankle. And he goes down like screaming. He gets back up. And the trainer came out, was like, oh, are you okay? Checked him up. And Watson's like, yeah, I'm just going to walk it off. He gets up and you're like, surely he's just going to like limp around and then probably get taken off soon. Nah, he played the rest of the game. This is just over 50 minutes. He played the rest of the game. No issues. This like, please check. Like someone like cut his arm open to make sure he doesn't have like a better arm underneath, right? Make sure he's on a cyborg. Like what? They clearly showed he rolled his ankle, but he's just, you walked it off. What a freak. 59th minute, Reece Zammit almost got a try for the British Irish Lions. So the second half has been very dominant for the British Irish Lions. They were just pounding the try line against pounding the try line. There was a lot of like crash balls, and then they saw some space out wide. Conor Murray spreads ball to Owen Farrell. Owen Farrell sees Reece Zammit out wide open. He throws a big long cutout pass over the top to Zammit. Zammit gets the ball. He gets tackled just before the line. He reaches out for the try, right? And then he looks up. He was short by about 5 inches or so. And then he stretches a bit for the second time. And then he looked like he got it on the line. But Zammit's like, damn it, I didn't get the line again. He reaches back, places the ball back. Referee has a look, and they ruled that double movement. Despite the fact that I think the second time he did kind of get it on the ground. But anyway, the referee ruled that double movement. No try. Really close. So he did have the distance, it looked like. But he reached out the first time, he just didn't reach out far enough. If he just stretched a little bit more the first time he reached out, instead of like reached out and then reach out again, reach out and then stretch again, that would have been a try. A little bit unlucky. And 62 minutes, there was so finally the Springboks, the South Africa A, were able to get inside the Lions half, and they got a very, very desperate penalty, 40 meters out, around 10 meters in from the sideline, so a bit of an angle, difficult kick for Morné Steyn. And South Africa's like, all right, we're gonna go for 3 points here, and try to really like pull themselves ahead a little bit more. And he missed this kick, so that was a bit of desperation move from South Africa, as they've been just under the hammer, but they've done pretty well to not really letting the Lions score. On the 70th minute, there was a more from the South Africa that was lost, an opportunity being snuffed out by Itoje. And once again, this all happened as Faf de Klerk did another one of those kicks that I was talking about before, where he was like just outside the 22, in the front foot, and he chips behind to force the line out for the British Irish Lions. A little bit weird to see that again. And on the 73rd minute, after repeatedly attacking after this kick from Faf de Klerk, after this kick, the British Irish Lions obviously had to kick the ball back. The South Africa was on the attack again, and then they finally got inside I think this was probably about not that close actually. This was about 35 meters in, so this was like a 40-meter out. Looked like they ran out of options. They looked like a really desperate attempt. They got the ball. Faf de Klerk throw the ball to Morne Stein, and Morne Stein just tried to go for a drop goal. He missed the drop goal, but yeah, it was 33 minutes in. Yeah, they really kind of looked desperate, trying to break this like impenetrable defense of the British Irish Lions. So that is really something that the Lions could be proud of with their defense. On the 79th minute, it was, as the clock's running down, there was a penalty for offside against the South Africans. So the Lions has one last chance to basically score. They go for a line out. The line out was around 22 meters. The line out comes in. 2 phases later, Xander Ferguson gets the ball. He picks up and ran in, and he got smacked. Absolutely smacked super hard, and he dislodges the ball. So he knocks on the ball. So now there's about 30 seconds to pack a scrum. The one last chance for the South Africans, for the British Lions to win the scrum and potentially have another chance to score a try. So they set up the scrum. The scrum sets up. The Lions push the South Africans back, and the scrum collapses. And it looked like a penalty. And the referee goes, now we'll have a repack. That's pretty hard done by, because that should have been a penalty, because the South Africans were going backwards, and the scrum was collapsed under the pressure going backwards. That should have been a penalty, and they were off the hook for that one. So second scrum pack was packed. The ball comes out. The loose forwards from the Lions rushes down. A lot of pressure on Faf de Klerk. He couldn't get the ball cleanly out. The ball rolls, like, he kind of like pats the ball, pats the ball back to his fullback, Valenci. The ball like bounces the ground towards Valenci. Valenci didn't even get a chance to pick the ball up. He runs up, soccer kicks the ball out, and the game was over. Beautiful performance by both teams, and yeah, first shots were fired. 1 up on the ball for the South Africans. But yeah, this was very entertaining. South Africa, it's so interesting to see. They're not even fielding the full string team. So when test comes, when South Africa is able to get that full string 4 pack back on the field, including Siu Khaleesi and Mal Rebbe back onto the field, that'll be, yeah, I don't know. The Lions defense is really, really good, but the Lions did have to work on some of their mistakes, and yeah, there's still a lot of work to do for the Lions attacking team, attacking structure, and attack set piece moves as well. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what will happen in the test series. But this is just a little taste of what to come, and I am very excited, very happy. I need to go back to bed to take another nap. I got work coming up, but thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon.